Somebody just called me immoral and unethical on Facebook. Basically, it's a sleep training group, and somebody was asking for advice on sleep training their child. And I said there are a lot of great methods, and you could choose whatever you want. You could choose Ferber, the chair method. You could choose pick up, put down method. Whichever method you want, even cry it out. And someone was like, how dare you mention cry it out? You have to be completely immoral to even advise something like that. Letting your baby cry at any point in time is just a horrible thing, and you're a completely indecent human being for even saying that that's a possible sleep training method. And I think that's a little over the top. I think that it is a tough sleep training method, but it has proven to be a rather effective sleep training method as well. This little baby did not learn through cry it out. I would say he learned through a mixture of different methods, and I don't believe it to be immoral at all. Hi, my wife just came home as I'm making this video. I'm gonna show you how nicely he sleeps, and you can decide for yourselves if this is immoral and unethical. So basically, he's a little tired, he's ready for bed, and I'm going to place him in bed. And oh, my wife who just came home wants to give him a kiss goodnight. But hi, buddy. Are you going to bed? Okay. You could give him a kiss quickly. Before. Don't video it. I'm not allowed to video you kissing him. Okay, my wife doesn't want me to video it, but I'm gonna start dimming the lights in the room, and he's gonna start going to sleep because he's such a good boy. But basically, we sleep trained him with a mixture of a little bit of cry it out, a little bit of chair method, a little bit of Ferber, in the sense of sometimes we let him cry it out, sometimes we let him, like I tried to keep putting in the pacifier to help him sleep. Sometimes I stayed by him and waited to go away, and it was just whatever worked best for him. And I slowly transitioned that to where I could just put him down and leave the room. But I find all of these methods to be useful to a certain extent. And to call people immoral or unethical, wait 1 second, I think I need to get my wife to, okay, yeah, part of the video is him sleeping, so you have to leave him alone. Yeah, so to call people immoral, unethical because of using a sleep training method is a little embarrassing, I would say, for yourself. But what I really want to say is that there's a group of people who believe in close sleeping and just really taking care of your baby every time they make a noise, every time they feel uncomfortable, just never letting them be at all uncomfortable. And I think this really differentiates between two types of parenting skills. There's the permissive parenting and authoritative parenting. There's 4 different styles, which I could go through in a different video, but permissive parenting is basically allowing your child to do whatever they want, always comforting them right away, and never allowing them to take on any challenges by themselves because you just want to comfort them at all times. And authoritative is more, setting guidelines and rules, but in a way that builds them up, and you're also able to comfort them when they need it. And a lot of psychologists have researched this. A lot of research has gone into this and have found that authoritative is the best method. So what I find in these Facebook groups where they promote co-sleeping, all the top contributors of the group, meaning the people who are very involved in this co-sleeping group and promoting it, never letting your kid cry, they're always like, I have no idea why, but I never get any sleep. And these are the people who are promoting this, saying this is a great way of going about it. Like, I don't get an ounce of sleep. Like, he's up all night. He's attached to my breast. He's, just feeding the entire night. He's kicking me around in bed. It's like, maybe this permissive method of always allowing your baby to do whatever they want isn't what's right for you or the baby. It's not working out for anyone. So maybe you should really think about what you're doing. And then the top contributors of sleep training groups, Ferber groups, these groups have kids who sleep through the night. Like, it's really nice to just be able to put your kid down and then go to sleep. Not just for me, for the kid as well. Like, who wants to have to sleep or be attached to a breast or be fed milk to sleep? Like, that's just not a way to live life. I mean, it's just nice to be able to put your kids to bed and then they go to bed. Here's my 3-year-old sleeping in bed. I don't know if you could see it. And here's my 5-year-old sleeping in bed. That's not acting. They're they're just sleeping because they just sleep through the night. And I mean, I put my kid to bed like a minute ago. I'm gonna try and see if he's asleep. I have no idea. I think he's probably putting himself to sleep. Let's see if he's sleeping through the night. So if you see, he's still up, but he's trying to comfort himself by moving his head around and using his thumb, or all of his fingers, to suck on. And it takes a few minutes, but he's not crying. He knows how to self-soothe, and it just takes some time. And so any challenge in life that kids have, you don't want to take away that challenge and remove it and do everything for them so that they don't learn how to overcome any challenges. You want to give them the resources and the ability to overcome it. And sometimes that involves a little crying at any stage in life, from being 4 months old to being a teenager to being an adult. Like, you need to be there for them and help them when you can, but also allow them the space and the ability to grow. And sometimes that involves some crying, and that's really hard as a parent. Sometimes it's just easier to be a permissive parent and a comforting parent and always there for them parent. And I totally get that, but that's one of the many struggles of parenting, that sometimes the best thing as a parent is to allow your child to cry and for them to understand that that's okay. So I'm hoping one last time he's gonna be closer to sleep, but he may not be fully asleep. It could take like 3 minutes. So for the purposes of this video, I don't think I'm gonna get him to fully fall asleep in the amount of time that I'm talking. So I apologize. I was really hoping he could fall asleep in 3 minutes, and he does, but I think me coming in and out and everyone making a big deal. But as you can see, he's soothing himself and he will fall asleep shortly. So it's been 10 minutes and I haven't heard any crying from the room, which is generally a good sign. Let's just check. I put him to bed at 7:40, 7:50-ish while I was making the video. And now it's 8 o'clock. Maybe I could turn on the light a little more. I don't want him to wake up for this video. As much as I love making videos, I don't want to wake my poor baby up for that. I don't know if you could tell, but he had a little startle in his sleep, probably from the noise I was making. And because he knows how to self-soothe, that didn't wake him up. He just calmed himself right back down and went back to sleep, which is so nice. It's so nice to have a baby who knows how to sleep.